story this evening, and India's President Pranab Mukherjee is projecting $5 billion of trade volumes between Ghana and India from the current $3 billion by 2020. At the Ghana-India Business Forum in Accra, he encouraged Ghanaian business leaders to consider diversifying and expansion as the two countries explore various sectors of mutual benefit.
India's exports to Ghana are pharmaceuticals, semi-finished iron and steel, machinery, sugar, rice, plastic and wood products, while Ghana's exports to India are cashew nuts, scrap metal, wood, cotton, oil seeds and spices. Apart from these traditional exports between the two countries, there is also a growing demand for Indian clothing and textiles, consumer items including confectionery, cosmetics and jewelry. The demand for cocoa beans from Ghana to India is also growing. India's President Pranab Mukherjee urged Ghanaian business leaders to be pragmatic to the changing demands of various markets.
Indian business and investments have been present in Ghana for a long time. However, the potential is large, with considerable scope for growth, both in investments and in trade.
Trade volumes between the two countries have risen steadily from $1 billion in 2012 to $3 billion last year. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Hannah Tete, expressed Ghana's determination to increase trade volumes between the two countries.
We need to move away from investments that are funded by debt to look at much more larger investments funded by equity. And we want to work with you, whether it means that we do this by way of the government's program on public-private partnerships, or whether we do that by actually discussing and exploring other forms of cooperation to help to create those new sectors.
The Association of Ghana Industries, in partnership with the Confederation of Indian Industry, organized the forum involving a delegation of 20 businesses from India and their Ghanaian counterparts.
Let's go on to the Ghana Stock Exchange, and market activities on the Ghana Stock Exchange last week was skewed towards financial stocks as the sector contributed more than half of volume and value of shares traded. Enterprise Group Limited recorded the highest activity in the week, representing 43% of total traded shares.
Enterprise Group Limited also made the biggest contribution in terms of value after recording 1,591,269 cedis, representing 65% of the total traded value. On the whole, total market capitalization rose slightly by 0.07%, settling at 54.26 billion cedis. Shares of Aluworks, Societe Generale Ghana, Ecobank Ghana, Enterprise Group, Car Bank Limited and GCB Bank Limited went up to trim down losses on the market.
Because of the consistent decreases in prices of the equities, most of them have become undervalued. I was doing some analysis over the week and realized that most of the equities were trading below their book values. That means that these are equities that are going to do well once things start turning around, because these are fundamentally very strong companies. Most of them are financial equities, very strong companies, only that the general downturn in the economy has led to a consistent decrease in their prices.
Losers for the week were UT Bank, negative 12.50% of its value, Benzo Oil Palm Plantation, negative 2.68%, Guinness Ghana Breweries Limited, negative 2.63%, HFC, negative 2.35%, and Standard Chartered Bank, negative 0.07%.
Now, from the activities on the Ghana Stock Exchange, let's find out what's happening on the commodities market now. And let's start off with gold. And I would like to relate it to what's happening in Ghana, because on the world market, an ounce of gold is trading at $1,282.75. There's been an appreciation of the price up to about 0.67%. If you recall, last week we ended the week with gold trading at $1,265.42. But With what's happening here in Ghana, the Chamber of Mines is expecting that the price of gold is going to remain under pressure for most part of 2016. And it's not very surprising that we are having this, even though there's been an appreciation of price, an ounce of gold on the world market, and then a ton of cocoa as well, selling at $3,011 there. There's been an appreciation of 0.39% there on what's happening on the world market. Now for cotton, $64.17. It's been dropping consistently for the past 2 weeks. And what's happening in Ghana, so I told you last week that the Sisala farmers who are into cotton in the Upper West region are not too happy about the trade deals that companies engage in there are going on with them. But away from that, to coffee as well, being traded at $139.30. Appreciation of the price of coffee on the world market. But with crude oil, interestingly, the dynamics are getting very interesting. If you recall last week, it rose to about $56 a barrel. Now it's been dropping consistently for the past 3 days and now standing at $50.14. Bloomberg and other agencies are projecting that it would go up to $60 sometime in the next coming months. But Nigeria's production dropped by a whopping 250,000 barrels per day, while Venezuela, Iraq, and Libya also saw material losses. But the latest OPEC report has also been none too controversial. OPEC has kept oil demand growing about 1.2 million plus or minus barrels on the world market. So that's what's happening now. But we keep an eye on the happenings on the crude oil market on the world market. That's it for the business.